Hello, my name is Kamal. I am from the clouds. I'm a human now, but I used to be a raindrop, word up. I'm really good at putting words up. I make them levitate and circle with the birds. I don't need to force it, I let it occur. Whatever occurs, thank you. Feel like I was touched by an angel. Once again, a whole nother angle. I got a lot of holes in my angle. I got a lot of love and a whole lot of ignorance, and that's a good thing if you want to relate. I'm just trying 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 to relate. It's come out like a power within him. I get down like gravity, rappers and raps rapidly follow the rapid into the rapids of being rapping and rattling, rattle riddles and ribbons into the sky. I'm a rebel, feeling rhythmically right and vigorous, from the right to the rhythm, widow to side eye. I am the killer in the grasses. I am the kid in the corner with the glasses. I am the specter, you should respect her. I don't expect a special, ain't special. I don't expect nothing. I'm just really glad I can say something. It's a blessing. Ain't no stress affecting my presence. But sometimes the pressure keep pressing. Worst keeps my impression impressed. That's the way to relate. I'm just trying 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 to relate.
Now I've been in New York, Texas, Midwest, and it all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California, A-A-T-L-M-I-A-D-M-V, all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California,
New York, Texas, Midwest, and it all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California,
I got some out in Dallas, now I'm smelling like LA. Met a from Miami to the Machiavelli. Left the kids on the belly, left the vid on my celly. She ate like spaghetti, I'm hitting gas and Dreddy. Met some killers in Memphis, like they from Oakland. Give me my flowers while I can smell them. Ain't talking about roses, literally I'm lean. Mix it like a bought it in Nashville. Then I woke up in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's sun, California, but nothing like Compton. It's more like Calistoga, and it's hot as Arizona. I pop me a Fresno, hard colder than Minnesota.
I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, backs will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's Wilson's Seahawks going up against Roethlisberger's Steelers. So let's get you up to the Steel City. Standing by in Pittsburgh, here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Well, throw on first down with Wilson. And his first pass is incomplete. The tight end, Luke Wilson, was the target. And now it's second down. Here's the offense. Certainly some threats on this offense, and one of them that they target is Doug Baldwin.
Not only does he do a nice job catching the ball downfield, he's also a tremendous blocker that helps unleash the running game.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down. And a look at the Steelers' defensive unit.
Lawrence Timmons comes from a long line of productive Florida State players. And when I say productive, I usually mean spectacular.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. So the D-line's going to spread out.
The Steelers insert their nickel defense on 3rd down.
Yeah, they add a DB. Now Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. They'll need to get the play off quickly. And with very little time left on the play clock, Pete Carroll's going to call timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag. Here's Thomas Rawls with his 1st carry. And oh, his 1st carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like...
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Offense with a fumble, but they recover it, and it brings up 2nd down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And on this 1st drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
This complete to Lockett. They get 25 yards out of that one. And it'll give the Seahawks a 1st down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And he's got some space here. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. following the fumble recovery. It's Roethlisberger. Out left side here to Bryant. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
Man open left side is Brown. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
A nickel look by Seattle on third down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got Rodgers. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Brown finishing 2016 with over 1,200 yards, 106 receptions. Now for him, you know, people were expecting maybe some bigger numbers, Charles. What did you make of Antonio Brown's season?
Well, what I made of it is that he started to get more help along the way. Jesse James developed at tight end. Once Le'Veon Bell got into the lineup, he started to catch passes out of the backfield and ate up a few numbers as well. So Big Ben had more targets to throw it to. That should help Antonio Brown going forward in 2017 because he'll still be the primary guy. But when you get help, boy, you can make bigger plays downfield.
Roethlisberger will throw. Bryant has it. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on fourth down here. They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. And this is incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on fourth down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. Here with a first down. On first and 10, it's Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. Baldwin coming off his first Pro Bowl appearance. He had career highs, Charles, in catches with 94, over 1,100 yards. That also a career high. Pretty good season for Doug Baldwin.
And I think the place that he really started to take off was midway through 2015. The connection between he and his quarterback, Russell Wilson, where they were playing more from the pocket, bigger plays downfield, that just propelled him into 2016. That, and anything he perceives as a slight, he uses it to his advantage, and he just goes out and plays. Yeah, he only gets a few yards on first and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion, or even worse, an interception.
On second down, Wilson. But he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Cameron Hayward in there to get him for a loss of 5. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
So now at 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary, a nickel look. Time running out here on the play clock. Here's Wilson to throw. And this is caught by C.J. Prosise. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Halfback sent in motion. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He'll dump it off to Prosise. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be second and about a yard.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. C.J. Prosise from 19 yards away. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run out for the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team...
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On second down, here's Wilson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. On third down, Wilson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Jimmy Graham, 29 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
Remember the one-dimensional tight ends who just put their hand in the ground?
And now it's blocked. This is going the other way. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. And he dives into the end zone and gets the 2 points. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. That incompletion, Charles, gives me a chance to put you on the clock real quick. NFC teams last year that did not make the playoffs that might make a push this coming year.
Well, 3 that come to mind right away that we thought were going to be in 2016. Minnesota, remember the start they got off to before that didn't work out so well for them. Arizona, we thought they were a lock to be in the playoffs. In fact, many of us called them Super Bowl contenders. And Carolina, the defending NFC champs going into last season, they didn't make it. So I think that all 3 could return to former glory. I'm going to give you one way off the pace here. You ready?
Let's go.
The Los Angeles Rams.
Ooh.
They get the young quarterback going, and that defense continues to live up to expectations. They can make a real strong push in the West.
They've got the D. You're right. They just need the O. A screen to Bell. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
In 12 regular season games this last year for Bell, averaging over 150 yards from scrimmage. First 2 games in the playoffs were great, but, you know, getting injured in the final game probably leaves a bad taste in his mouth.
Leaves a bad taste, gives him fuel for the next season, though, because, remember, for the last few years, he hasn't been able to play a full season for various reasons. Now, going into next year, imagine those numbers over a 16-game season and heading into the playoffs. Le'Veon Bell can set new records.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. And his pass incomplete. Eli Rogers, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Roethlisberger will throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
There's no doubt about it. That's just one of the best connections in the league. Big Ben throwing it to Antonio Brown. And Antonio Brown has turned himself into such a player. A low-round draft pick, but you can't beat his determination or work ethic. And Big Ben welcomes that.
And Big Ben won a Super Bowl at 23, youngest ever to do so, has never looked back. That is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Martavis Bryant, 30 yards. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. And now we're going to see a timeout here called by the defense. That's their final one of this first half, but it's a good time to use it if you've got issues defensively. And they will line up now for the two-point try. Here's a direct snap to Bell. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And with the new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
In motion is the tight end, Graham. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Let's look ahead for a quick minute. We don't have the schedules yet for next year, but what we do have are the 5 international games that will be played, 4 in London and then 1 again in Mexico. Jacksonville, Baltimore, Miami, New Orleans, Cleveland, Minnesota, Rams, and Arizona. Those in London, and then Mexico's going to get a great game. The Raiders and New England.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And just think about the ones in London. Remember, they're splitting them between the 2 different stadiums in London, so they get a different flavor in all of these places.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Now Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. A terrific return there, 27 yards all told. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Bryant spread out to the right. Final play of the half, it's Roethlisberger. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Let's go.
Now a Wildcat look. It's Bell. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Come on, let's go.
Well, now they'll try the end around. Uses the stiff arm. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. Bryant with a catch right side. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Well, you mind if we go off topic for a second?
No, let's go.
I like to do that randomly. AFC playoff contenders for this year that didn't make it last season. Who do you have that might get in?
Well, I think Cincinnati's got to be considered there. Maybe they'd have an offseason that's calm, and they go into this season and try and get back to the playoffs where they've been perennials. How about Denver?
Yeah.
Remember last year, they didn't have the quarterback to start. Trevor Siemian played pretty well overall, but maybe they can get solidified there and ride that strong defense right back into the playoffs. I'm going to give you a couple a little bit off the pace. Indianapolis cannot afford to squander Andrew Luck, one of the better young quarterbacks in the game. They've got to get back to the playoffs. And Buffalo, brand new head coach, brand new people running the ball club. Let's see if they can figure it out, because I think defensively they can be awfully strong.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll come out in the pistol. Here we go on 4th down with Roethlisberger. He's going to air one out. And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And they pick up the first down on a 4th down play. I don't know if the defense relaxed because they thought maybe they'd stopped him on 3rd down.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Michael Bannon, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Throw on 2nd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he finds a man on a crossing route. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he's got Rodgers. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now, that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it. I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. He's going to take another shot here. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. That one goes for 36 yards.
Well, they just treated 3rd and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the first down and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them.
Here's Roethlisberger. Marcus Wheaton was the one he was looking for. That'll bring up second down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And the seemingly endless drive continues. Ben to throw again. His pass caught at the 4. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. Well, you throw it this close to the goal line, usually you're thinking touchdown. Here they actually complete it but lose yardage.
When you're this close to the goal line, you have to anticipate that maybe you're going to see a defense that you can make a case that there's 11 in the box. There's just no room. So I'm with you. You've got to find a way to push things downfield a little bit. Any type of space is better than what we just saw there. And that end result, not one that's satisfactory to them.
The extra defensive back in the game here on 3rd and goal. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Here we go. It's Roethlisberger looking for Green, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl quarterback, Richard Sherman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And now they're in the hurry-up. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Play clock winding down. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. On first down, Procise. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
On second down, here's Wilson. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. C.J. Procise was the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. So 2nd and 10 here. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Third and long. It's Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. Now 4th down.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Bryant with a catch right side. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass and completing it.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. And a pretty simple completion there underneath, but a successful one for the offense.
Partner, doesn't have to be the big shots downfield all the time. Having that safety net underneath is a great thing for a quarterback.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And if the defense can hold here, this ball game is over.
And they're thinking more than just holding. They're thinking about a takeaway to finish things off.
Now Roethlisberger. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air? Let's see. 2nd and 9. So offense moving a little too slow there. Could not get set, and they get the penalty. Offense needs something here on 2nd down. It is 2nd and long. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. Back to throw. On the right side, caught by Green. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away. Improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. Play clock hit 0. Don't know what went wrong there, Charles, but it's going to cost them 5 yards.
Has to be some organization from the sideline. Sometimes when you're trying to decide on what play to send in, the play caller has to move a little bit faster.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Four down, check, four down.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Third and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. He'll look to throw. Green's got it over the middle. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
They'll come out in the pistol. Oh, Wilson going to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Throwing now is Wilson. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Shift together here from the D-line. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Wilson to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for playing no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Pittsburgh.
Shut